Hello, happy Monday, everyone. This is Tommy T with Elegant SMP, and you got to put an anti-shine to your head. This is something that I mentioned a few videos back, and I talk about it a lot about the limitation of SMP. The pigments are only 2D, your hair is 3D, and you have this substance called sebum that your body produces. It helps with skin regulation, helps with the health of the skin, and also helps with hair too. But the downside of that is that it gives off this oily look to it, and sometimes bounce off your head very easily. So in order to mitigate that, you gotta have something to dull the shine. It'll take about a minute or so to do something like this. Especially, you don't have to go too crazy, but you want to dull the shine, and then now it's much better, right? It doesn't stand out as before. It looks very natural. It looks like you decided today to wake up and shave your head. And a lot of, I guess in today's video, we'll talk about like what's my most favorite comebacks when people ask me, hey Tommy, why don't you let your hair grow out? But anyways, make sure that you have that, and I'm gonna talk about it a lot. My most favorite thing right now, thank you very much client number 9 for this, but this is pretty awesome. I bring this with me, and I feel like, hey, if there's any kind of environment or any kind of lighting condition that may not be good for me, it doesn't matter. I have the best arsenals at my side. These are really stuff that you need to have on your tool belt, especially if you're talking about wanting your hair or wanting to have your SMP treatment being operating in incognito. You gotta have these stuff, right? There's another video I want to talk about as well in regards to tossing away your hats. I'm gonna be the first one that talk about it. I'm gonna be the first one to mention something that's kind of taboo in the SMP. I kind of like to rock the boat a little bit, man. So the question I get a lot, and working in corporate environment and having my own team and overseeing many different teams, I'm interacting with people all the time. And especially when we're in meetings and stuff like that, or in some kind of formal function, it's really important for me to have my SMP be undetectable. I got this treatment to make it look like I didn't have a problem in the first place, right? So it's just, in the beginning it felt really good. I love those compliments even up to today, and I've had it for a little bit more than 4 years, SMP. But I always welcome those comments. I love those kind of compliments. To me, I take it as a compliment. To other people, they have no idea. I had a hair loss issue and I got SMP. But for the most part, generally in the public, a lot of people just think, oh, he has hair. He's just doesn't want to grow them out. He shaves it off. It makes a really bold statement in their mind. So I always really like that compliment. Thing is, a lot of people, and you guys leave it in the comment below too, like your favorite comebacks or your favorite saying when people ask you, why don't you grow out your hair? My thing was, I kind of want to be honest. The saying, feel free to use it as well. You don't have to give me credit, it's fine. And it's true, What I usually say is, someone will be like, hey Tommy, why don't you grow out your hair? I'm like, I like to shave my hair down because when I grow it out, it's a distraction to me. When I shave it off, it just makes me feel like I can really focus on what I'm doing. And no one ever bats an eye. No one ever asks anything else, right? It's just a quick thing. You gotta be quick with it, man. Like I'm saying, if you really want your SMP to be undetectable, have these tools in your tool belt. I'll add another thing on here too in future videos, but mostly important, you want to have a matte finish or an anti-shine, and also have one of these head shaver, foil shaver ready to go. Get this, man. Get this thing. Go to our website, elegantsmp.com, recommended products. We have head shavers and we have best clippers, okay? There's 2 separate pages. Go to the best head shaver or even best clipper, because I did put it as a bonus on the clippers, which is the skull shaver. Get that one. It's a little bit more on the pricier side, but if you want a high quality head shaver, use that one. It's been around for a long time. It's a huge company. I know that there are some generic brands that are coming out that's pretty good. I think it's called Firebird. Haven't tried that one yet, so I really can't recommend it. But yeah, go on there and get a head shaver. Go on there and make sure that you have one of these with you. No matter where you're at, you feel like, hey, I can shave it down a little bit. To be honest, it's not feasible to say that I'm gonna shave my head every day, right? There are certain days where I cannot get to it, but so far in my life I've been very consistent with it, and it's not a problem for me. But just saying this is like the extra secret weapon, right, to have next to your side at all times. So no matter where you're at, you're just putting this in the car, zip 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 for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how thick your hair is, and then you're all set. You're ready for social function. You're ready to be in a position where you're presenting an award or reward to someone. You're in a position where you're about to hold a meeting with a whole bunch of people, right? It's not something that you worry too much about. You gotta get yourself equipped and ready, no matter what situation may be in your way. May it be lighting, may it be with social interaction. So anyways, I feel like I am beating a dead horse. If this is something that bothers you, it's just too bad. I'm just trying to let people know that it's really important to keep it undetectable, and if your goal is to do so, make sure you have these two tools within your arsenal. Make sure that you maintain your hair loss. Watch some of my other videos, I talk about that a lot too. And again, tell me what's the best comeback or what's your best rebuttal when people ask you, hey, why don't you just let your hair grow out? Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please like this video, please comment in it. It will help this channel a lot. I'm just trying to broadcast to the world out there that there is a hair loss solution for people that are bald. It's gonna help frame your face. It's gonna bring back the years. It'll help, and I say this a lot, it'll help accentuate the other features on your face, right? Look, I will be honest and I will say some people just looks great bald. Like The Rock looks great, right? Joe Rogan, I can't even imagine him with a hairline, and some people are just fine. If you're one of those people, great, good for you, more power to you. For others that are bald, they want to frame to your face, it accentuates the features, okay? Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and peace. Thank you.